Hi guys, welcome to the course Advanced Convolutional and Sequential Modeling for Deep Learning. So what you're going to learn under this particular course, you're going to understand the fundamental of neural networks and why it is important. We are going to understand like how to deal with the images at the same time. We're going to have deep understanding of channels and kernels, and we're going to see like what is sequential modeling and how do we implement it at the same time with different particular characteristics, or maybe with different kind of different algorithms that we use in day-to-day life. And we're going to understand the basic architecture of neural network, and like we're going to understand how networks build, how network learns, and what are the key factors, and like what are the important factors when network learn a particular particular parts of the object to predict something. So let's understand the roadmap. So in particular first session, we're going to understand the overview of course, like what are the essential of deep learning, what are the important factors that we should know, how to deal with images, what are channels, and what are kernels. And in the second section, we're going to understand what are the important concepts that we should know, being a deep learning engineer, understanding a small neuron, how does neuron works, and how does it deal with the real human being. So in deep learning, it totally depends on like how do we think, how do we behave as a human. In the same manner, the neural network is going to be behave in the particular thing. Right, then we are going to have introduction to CNN, convolutional neural network. What is convolution, how neural network works, and like how it deals with the images at the same time. And in the section 4, we're going to understand deep dive into CNN, like some of the major concept or some of the advanced concept how CNN works, like autoencoders, activation functions, and like how does they deal with the neural network while dealing with the things, what is padding, softmax, and max pooling at the same time. And then in the fifth section, as we're going to understand all activation functions, like how does they work, what are activation functions, different activation functions like max pooling, and maybe like that, like how, why do we use them, and like why they're needed, and why while dealing with the images and while training them at the same time. Then we're going to have hands-on on CNN, like how to implement convolutional neural network, how to build a network, like when to use pairing, when to use softmax, and how a particular network works at the same time. Then we're going to understand what are autoencoders, why they're important, like while dealing with the images, and where they help us out with real-time implementation with respect to some of the machine learning problem use case. Then we're going to understand the hands-on with RNN, which is recurrent neural network, like what is recurrent neural network, how how does it learn, and like it is having lot of we can say implementation in real world with respect to like whatever we do in our day-to-day life. So what are the prerequisites for the particular course? You should be aware about basics of machine learning and Python. You should have some experience in training models, all right, and you should be interested in learning mathematics and should aware about some of the basics high school mathematics. You should be familiar with NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and C1. You should be familiar like how OpenCV works, the basics of deep learning, and all those things at the same time. So here we go, and like we are looking to learn at the same time in a really great journey in this particular course, and you're going to learn a lot of good things in a very simple manner. So thanks for continuing this course and joining this course at the same time.